on the Westwood One Radio Network. 49ers enter draft week with 11 picks, including the 11th overall, along with the clear priority to extend quarterback Brock Purdy, who's entering the final year of his rookie deal. Rams receiver Puka Nacua had thoughts on his division rival, telling Julian Edelman's Games with Names podcast that if Purdy gets more than $50 million a year, San Francisco's window closes. 10 different quarterbacks will enter 2025 with an average annual salary of more than $50 million. Meantime, the Broncos have 7 picks in the draft. That includes number 20 overall. Head coach Sean Payton saying during his pre-draft press conference that there will be a focus on the running back spot, adding there are 2 great allies to help a quarterback. It's really good defense and a really good running game. Former Saints All-Pro right tackle Ryan Ramczyk has officially announced his retirement after 8 seasons in New Orleans. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
All right, when it comes to getting life insurance for your family, a lot of excuses can get in the way. But ask yourself this. If something were to happen to me, who would pay the mortgage, the kids' education, and the other bills? Then forget the excuses and check out Ethos Life, the online, easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Ethos has rates that you can afford, like a $500,000 policy for a 40-year-old male starting at $1 a day or $30 a month with a few health questions and no medical exam. Get your free quote right now at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Rates do vary.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
It's a Monday, the 21st day of April, 2025, the day after Easter, Easter Monday. And, certainly hope that you had a very nice Easter. Ours very quiet, Pam and I, and that's good. Talked to to my daughters and the family, and that kind of made it special. Anyway, yesterday, Easter, today, we continue to march. Except a lot of kids are out on spring break. So, okay. Anyway, I'm Carroll in the newsroom. It's Jared. Good morning, Jared.
Good morning, Carroll.
Another beautiful day.
Oh, yes. Day after Easter. And, spring is upon us.
Did you find all the eggs?
Yes, I hope.
Okay. Yeah, that, and we found all the eggs, and Pam deviled them. So,
all right.
Delicious. I'm not an egg eater. I really have never been, I don't really care for eggs. I don't mind them in something, but I do enjoy deviled eggs. Go figure.
Yeah, I like them with extra paprika.
Yeah, well, and that's the only way to make them.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Perhaps you heard, Katy Perry, her 10 minutes in space. Oh, and now her 10 minutes in space, according to Katy, changed the world. Right you are. And I don't know about you, but okay, this 10-minute flight into the fringes of space, I'm sorry, it does not make these ladies astronauts. Okay? I flew with the Blue Angels. Okay? 30-minute flight with the Blue Angels. That does not make me an F-18 fighter pilot. Anyway, that changed the world.
Yeah, I felt a disturbance in the force when they got off the thing, Yeah.
Okay. The NFL College Player Draft is coming up Thursday. It'll be in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Yes, and I think perhaps you've noticed, Jared, if a draft prospect has superior talent, NFL scouts will overlook a lot of past bad behavior, misconduct, previous arrests, all sorts of things. And the way I look at it, if Hannibal Lecter could run a 4.2 40-yard dash, they'd say he just had an eating disorder.
He was just a little cranky that morning, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, got to give him a second chance, a third chance. Okay, I got no problem. How about some birthdays?
Birthday time.
Actor, comedian Elaine May, 93. Singer Iggy Pop is 78. Actor Patti LuPone, 76. Tony Danza is 74. Actor James Morrison, 71. Actor Andy McDowell, 67. Actor Leslie Silva, 57. Actor Toby Stevens, 56. Comedian Rob Riggle, 55. Comedian Nicole Sullivan, 55. Actor James McAvoy is 46. Actor Terrence J. is 43. Terrence J. That's it. His last name, J. Okay. Actor Christopher Sanders, 37. Actor Frank Delane is 34. We got local birthdays coming up.
From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 Kxo.
What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight, and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
We have happy birthday wishes for Albert Espinosa, Brittany Baldwin, Rebecca Hernandez, Connie Hoyt, Mary Davis, Travis Gallagher, Gail Gomez, Steve Campos, Sandy Craddock, Beverly Alvarado, Rudy Coronado, Anthony Cruz, Alex Vasquez, and Matt Juleson. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay, let's see. In New Jersey, the Mega Millions winner who took home some $1.13 billion has chosen to remain anonymous. A spokesman for the winner said his client just wants to blend in. Yeah, blend in with all the other people in New Jersey who have $1.13 billion. Yeah, that's a whole bunch, right? Okay, and it's past April 15th. That was tax day. Are you ready for this, Jared?
I'm ready.
The federal tax code is over 74,000 pages long. Okay, but, I've got it on good authority. Stick with it because after page 72,143, it gets really good. Okay? Yeah, light reading.
Just be sure to read all the fine print,
The people that are excellent at finding loopholes will find that fine print.
You just tell Chat GPT or the AI stuff nowadays, hey, read this. Find a loophole, please.
Give me a report later. Okay. We've got news. A look at World and California news headlines right now, brought to you by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District, delivering real-time updates about the air that we breathe.
CBS News special report. Pope Francis is being remembered as a man of the people after the Vatican announced his death this morning at the age of 88. Analyst Marco Politi says he didn't follow doctors' orders to stay away from the faithful, even after his 38-day hospital stay for double pneumonia.
Every 2-3 days he was coming out. There were nuns or kissing his hands. He was shaking hands. He was welcoming children.
Last year, the Pope told CBS,
the gospel is for everyone. If the church places a customs officer at the door, that is no longer the Church of Christ.
Pope had his differences with President Trump. CBS's Ed O'Keefe.
Back in 2016, when he was still a candidate, Pope Francis suggested that anyone who wanted to put up walls around migrants is, quote, not a Christian. Then candidate Trump took him on and criticized the Pope sharply.
There will be a prayer for the Pope in St. Peter's Square at 1:30 Eastern Time. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.gov. air.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
California headline news. California Catholics are in mourning as Pope Francis has died. He's been struggling for months with serious health issues. He was 88. LA city officials are investigating after dozens of trees were chopped down in the downtown area. Residents are shocked.
People started reaching out via online and just basically saying, "I can't believe it. Have you seen this? Have you seen this?" It wasn't an isolated incident. It's clear that this is something a little more sinister.
The trees appear to have been cut down with a chainsaw by one or more vandals. Mayor Karen Bass's office says the city public works crews are assessing the damage and making plans to quickly replace the trees. A man accused of shooting at police officers in a helicopter is dead after an officer-involved shooting in Reseda. LAPD says that suspect was confronted by cops in the rear alley of an apartment complex. They shot him to death. No one else hurt. The LA city attorney going after a group she says is operating illegal short-term rentals and overcharging wildfire victims. I'm John Gilliland. You're listening to California Headline News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org and get real-time information about the air that we breathe.
Keys to Progress in Conservation, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. The first Earth Day was celebrated 55 years ago. This year's theme is Our Power, Our Planet. One young singer from PS22 in Staten Island, New York, summed up the significance of it the best.
Earth Day is a day we realize we have to protect the Earth.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You can save big when you bundle your auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit Progressive.com.
Barbecue season is back. Hey, it's Ellen, and this is Sarah Beth. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is that zesty barbecue sauce. I love that it was a little sweet, a little tangy, and with the mac and cheese.
I feel like I tasted the brown sugar bacon first. It was the absolute best combination. Pro tip, 3 sandwiches are always better than 1.
Order the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich and their Coca-Cola on the Chick-fil-A app for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
And it's page 1 of the local news. Page 1, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations in the valley. At El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. And don't forget, mobile service vans come to you wherever you are in the valley.
KXO News. Tranquil weather ahead of us. The National Weather Service says we can anticipate tranquil weather lasting well into next week. Slightly above normal temperatures will return Monday and last through most, if not all, of next week. That means highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. Overnight lows should be in the mid to upper 50s. Expect some breeziness later in the week. In a special council meeting, El Centro City Council will meet today. The special meeting will have a twofold purpose: to swear in newly appointed council member Michael Crankshaw and to reorganize with the selection of a mayor to serve out of the term of former mayor Tomas Oliva. Oliva's resignation created the opening for Crankshaw's appointment and the necessity of choosing a new mayor. The meeting is scheduled for 10 a.m. at the City Council chambers at City Hall today. KXO Local News Time, 7:42.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires guaranteed. Now we're talking Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlop, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. See a Quick Lane service advisor and get the best price guaranteed. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and they're conveniently located in the Brawley Auto Center, at the Imperial Valley Mall, at El Centro Motors, and their new mobile service van comes to you with no added charge.
Pork carnitas sold at Aldi have been recalled. The U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food Safety and Inspection Services has issued a public health alert for pork carnitas products that may have been contaminated with pieces of metal. The fully cooked pork carnitas were shipped nationwide to Aldi supermarkets. There have been no reports of injury, but consumers are advised not to eat the product and either throw it away or return the package to the store. The 16-ounce package is labeled pork carnitas, seasoned and seared pork, with juices slow cooked with citrus. They are marked with use-by dates of June 30th, 2025 and July 1st, 2025. Be careful with your pork carnitas if you got them from Aldi. And a monkey smuggler sentenced. Yes, you heard that right. A monkey smuggler has been sentenced. A Texas man was sentenced for smuggling baby spider monkeys into the U.S. Sarmad Khaled Dafar pleaded guilty to conspiracy charges involving at least 6 baby spider monkeys smuggled through the Kxo port of entry. Dafar helped coordinate smuggling the protected species on at least 3 occasions in 2022 and 2023. Dafar was sentenced in federal court to 4 months in custody, 180 days of home confinement, and ordered to pay $23,000 restitution for the cost of guaranteeing the monkeys. All right. And that's it for page 1 of local news. Page 2 and weather up next.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have mobile service vans that come to you at no additional charge. Call El Centro Motors, schedule an appointment. Hey, that car, truck, SUV is just sitting in the driveway or in the parking lot at work. Have it serviced. Call El Centro Motors and schedule the appointment.
Guess what? It's April. It's that time for another DEA drug take-back event. Hi, I'm Tracy Lyon Ramirez, and yes, I'll be broadcasting too from 10 a.m. until noon. It's going to be this Saturday, and I encourage you to bring your unwanted medications to Starbucks at 4th Street and Wake in El Centro. Now, twice a year, the DEA, they have this event, and it's incredible how many tons of unwanted medication that they get. Let's do our part again and bring your unwanted medications to the next National DEA Drug Take-Back event. That's this Saturday at Starbucks at 4th and Wake in El Centro.
Local news, page 2, and the weather brought to you by Burgers and Beer. They serve the best burgers in town. Daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, and of course, happy hour every day, 3 till 6 p.m.
Saturday morning traffic accident. 2 people were injured on Saturday morning. The California Highway Patrol said the accident was reported at about 4:15 a.m. on State Route 98 east of Holtville. A Honda Civic apparently went out of control and ran off the road and overturned. The small car ended up about 100 feet off the road. 2 people were transported to El Centro Regional Medical Center. Initial investigation indicates that driving under the influence may have been a factor in the accident. Assault with a deadly weapon. El Centro police arrest a suspect. The suspect was arrested for assault with a deadly weapon. The assault was reported Thursday. Police say the suspect confronted the victim and struck him several times with a metal pole. Investigation in the incident determined the suspect was a Holtville resident. It also determined the suspect had a firearm registered to him and that he had an active warrant for his arrest. El Centro police put together a team and went to Holtville to arrest the suspect. The suspect, who was not identified, was found and was taken into custody without incident. The suspect was booked into county jail, charged with assault with a deadly weapon and an outstanding warrant. There was no information on the extent of the injuries of the victim. And there will be an award ceremony. It's through UC Agriculture and Natural Resources. Looks like it'll feature the Gardener with a Heart Award. It is hosted by the University of California Agriculture and Natural Resources. It'll be held at the City of Imperial Public Library on April 26th. The doors open at 9 a.m. with refreshments and photo opportunities. The Gardener with a Heart Award ceremony will begin at 10 a.m. on the 26th. The public is encouraged to attend the event. And we already had some Easter, yesterday, and lots of Easter egg hunts, I'm sure. But there's another one. There's another one coming up. Yes, we're not done yet. A unique Easter egg hunt is around the corner. El Centro is hosting this unique Easter egg hunt, and it'll be unique in 2 ways. 1, it'll be a floating egg hunt. Interesting. And 2, it won't be held on Easter. Well, we already know that. And it's going to be this let's see, Saturday, April 26th, the city of El Centro says they are hosting the Easter egg hunt, and it'll be held at the Aquatic Center. So, yeah, they're floating eggs. It's got to be at the Aquatic Center, right? Either that or the pond at Buckland Park, but I think the Aquatic Center is a little bit cleaner than the water. So, yeah, Buckland Aquatic Center, they will have the event, Easter egg hunt. The event will be from 1 to 6 p.m. Egg hunt. Actually, the main part of the egg hunt will be from 2 to 4, but the event will be from 1 to 6. Egg hunt from 2 to 4. And participants in the various age groups will be able to jump into the lazy river to collect eggs at the Aquatic Center. Participants will receive a special Easter bag. The Easter Bunny will be there, along with a special guest. Yep, you heard it. Dippy Duck will be there. Oh, yes. And there will be food vendors, golden eggs, and fun for all ages. Admission is only $5. Only $5? All right. Go down to the Aquatic Center on Saturday. It'll be the event, again, from 1 to 6. Egg hunt from 2 to 4. It'll be a floating egg hunt. Going to be all kinds of fun. KXO News Time, 7:49. We'll take a look at weather next.
Burger in town or an ice cold beer? Did you know that Burgers and Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? Get drink specials all day like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wine Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. For April specials, try the drink of the month, the Masters Azalea, and Mick Ultra bottles are on special. Don't forget to try the plate of the month, Philly fries. Burgers and Beer, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Open daily starting at 9. Burgers and Beer, for the best burger in town.
We will have dry and tranquil conditions expected this week due to high pressure aloft. The National Weather Service says temperatures for the work week will be slightly above normal before a possible few degree cool down heading into the weekend. 87 the high in the valley yesterday, 57 the overnight low. Mostly sunny today with a high near 93. West wind about 5 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight, a low around 60. West-southwest wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming south-southeast. Tuesday will be sunny with a high near 92. Light winds becoming south about 5 miles an hour in the afternoon. 66 degrees, 37% relative humidity, the wind calm. Air quality moderate in Nyland. It's good everywhere else in the valley. Local news, page 2, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family, meet your friends at Burgers and Beer.
Let's talk about it, bringing community mental health issues to your radio. Listen each Sunday morning to KXO AM 1230 at 7 a.m. or on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on FM 107.5. Or log on to KXORadio.com for a podcast of the show in its entirety. This program is produced by the Public Affairs Department of KXO AM 1230 and FM 107.5. Let's Talk About It is presented as a public service of Imperial County Behavioral Health Services.
It's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Hospital, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network. They're working together to provide you the very best care. NBA action yesterday. It was the Thunder beating up on the Grizzlies 131-80. Celtics topped the Magic 103-86. Cavaliers clobbered the Heat 121-100. And the Warriors whipped the Rockets 95-85. Coming up today, well, it's Detroit and the Lakers. Okay? Yeah. Let's see if the Lakers can bounce back.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
And Major League Baseball, yesterday the Padres won the game, but it may be costly. The Fernando Tatis Jr. scored all 3 runs as the Padres beat the Astros 3-2. Luis Arraez went down with an injury. No word on when he will be available. Rockies over the Nationals 3-1. Angels slipped by the Giants 5-4. The White Sox beat up on the Red Sox 8-4. Reds over the Orioles 24-2. Okay, 24-2. Where's the mercy rule? In 10 innings, the Guardians slipped by the Pirates 5-4. 10 innings, the Marlins over the Phillies 7-5. Braves beat the Twins 6-2. Mariners over the Blue Jays 8-3. Another 10-inning contest. The Royals edged the Tigers 4-3. Yankees shut out the Rays 4-0. Mets over the Cardinals 7-4. Brewers bombed the Athletics 14-1. Diamondbacks nipped the Cubs 3-2 in 11 innings. The Nationals over the Rockies 3-2. And the Dodgers shut out the Rangers 1-0. And Georgia picked up a trio of transfers over the weekend, including one of the top linebackers available in the spring transfer portal window. Army outside linebacker Ilo Modozi, Illinois running back Josh McCray, and Miami defensive lineman Josh Horton have signed with the Bulldogs, according to ESPN. And Tennessee quarterback Nico Iamaleava officially announced he's going to UCLA. Okay, not as much money, but got a shot at being a Hollywood star. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Hospital. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal Service, the only postal box service that offers 24-hour-a-day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal at 4th and Heil, El Centro. Global markets have been shaken to their core by President Donald Trump's aggressive trade agenda, and despite his promise of a new golden age of America, the long-held appeal of U.S. investment is starting to lose its luster. Trump's tariffs have been a catalyst for the end of an era of U.S. exceptionalism, analysts say, and a dent to the image that U.S. markets are the premier place to invest with unrivaled performance. His trade war has clouded business decisions and disrupted forecasts for economic growth. CEOs have slashed guidance, and Wall Street banks have cut their year-end targets for the S&P 500. And in other news, Beijing has warned its trading partners against succumbing to U.S. pressure to isolate China in President Donald Trump's tariff war as part of its carrot and stick approach to win over countries caught between the world's two largest economies. Commenting on recent media reports about the Trump administration plans to pressure countries into restricting trade with China in exchange for exemptions from U.S. tariffs, a spokesperson for China's Commerce Ministry said today, appeasement does not bring peace, and compromise does not earn respect. The stern warning comes on the heels of Chinese leader Xi Jinping offensive in Southeast Asia, where he presented China as a reliable partner and staunch defender of global trade. Taking a look at Wall Street on the big board. The Dow right now off 870 points at 38,255. The S&P 500 down 122 points at 5160. The NASDAQ off 426 points at 15,860. Gold soaring up $96.40 an ounce. Oil down $1.71 a barrel.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my number one priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
It will be mostly sunny today with a high near 93. West wind about 5 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 60. West-southwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south-southeast in the evening. And tomorrow, sunny with a high near 92. Light wind becoming south about 5 miles an hour in the afternoon. And we have 67 degrees, 35% relative humidity. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you, your home, your business, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
Bueno, les voy a contar un pequeño secreto. Wendy's has this new Cajun Crunch chicken sandwich. Y para ser sincera, I'm kind of crushing hard on this Sammy. Está repleto with bold Cajun flavors y cubierto con cebollas crujientes para un delicioso crunch in every bite. Todo sobre el icónico spicy chicken sandwich de Wendy's. It's honestly como el sandwich de mis sueños. I hope it likes me back. Para un sandwich you'll love, gotta be Wendy's. Abierto hasta la medianoche más tarde. Solo por tiempo limitado en Wendy's participantes de los Estados Unidos. El horario puede variar según la ubicación.
KXO, El Centro, California.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by T-Mobile Business Advantage.
Phrases like humility, compassion, people's pope, and messenger of hope are all being used to describe Pope Francis, who died this morning, weeks after his hospitalization for double pneumonia, and just a day after what turned out to be his final public appearance. Like many, New York's Cardinal Timothy Dolan watched video of Francis riding the Pope-mobile through St. Peter's Square Easter Sunday.
Barely raised his hand yesterday. He could barely speak. He couldn't do much, but what he was, as a child of God, created in God's image and likeness, destined for all eternity, given the high office of the successor of Peter, what he was so much more important than what he could do.
In Rome, reporter Rich Lamb says the Pope was true to himself to the very end.
He ignored doctor's orders. The doctor said, well, you have to spend a couple of months recovering. Instead, he went out among the people, and that was part of the message that he had as Pope. He said that priests ought to be shepherds and they ought to smell like the sheep.
I'm Vicky Barker at the Foreign Desk in London. The Vatican's church bell tolling 88 times for every year Pope Francis was on this earth.
He's now at peace, and I just feel immense gratitude for all that he gave to the church.
Catholic theologian Tina Beattie. According to his wishes, the first South American pope, this cleric who remained famously humble in word and deed, will be placed in a simple wooden coffin and lie in state for the faithful to pay their respects.
There will be 9 days of mourning for Catholics around the world, and next month, a conclave in the Vatican to elect Pope Francis's successor, Fordham University's Father Thomas Massaro.
They do have rounds of voting. It will take multiple rounds. You have to get 2/3 majority, and Pope Francis was elected on the 5th round back in 2013. So I expect multiple rounds of voting, and again, that's about 3 weeks from now.
Another possible Pentagon security breach on what was supposed to be a secret chain of messages using the Signal app. This time, the chat about U.S. attacks on Yemen didn't include a journalist, but rather the defense secretary's wife, brother, and attorney. Pete Hegseth hasn't denied that it happened, but this morning he blames the media for reporting what he and the White House call call a non-story.
As they peddle those lies, no one ever calls them on it. See, this is what the media does. They take anonymous sources from disgruntled former employees, and then they try to slash and burn people and ruin their reputations. Not going to work with me.
The president's spokeswoman says Mr. Trump stands strongly behind Hegseth. The Dow is down more than 900. This is CBS News.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Get the savings you want on America's largest 5G network. Visit T-Mobile.com/choice55 and start saving today.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it. Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/55 to learn more. With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 new lines with autopay for well-qualified customers plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
In Des Moines, 8 men are without a home after a major fire at their sober living facility, but their community is rallying around them.
No one was injured, but the home suffered severe damage.
All of their personal belongings, anything that they had of value, they would have had here. This was their home.
Jesse Goodwin co-founded the Kingdom Living program. He and the other volunteers have found temporary housing for the men, and they're collecting clothing and cash donations.
They're in the most vulnerable spot in their lives, trying to get their life back together. So absolutely, it's going to be a hard road for them.
Goodwin keeps reminding the men of the program's mantra.
Stay sober, stay productive, go to work. You're going to be just fine.
Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Canadian indie rock drummer Joseph Siders has been arrested in California. He's accused of secretly recording young boys in a fast food restaurant restroom. Now he's no longer in the band, which is called the New Pornographers. I'm Peter King, CBS News.
You've got Carroll Buckley with the best oldies on the radio.
I told her I did. I love her.